Hey Taurus, I'm Eleanor and welcome to Peaches by Starlight Tarot. This is your first week of June reading and it's the first time I'm doing it not pick a card, so I'm still kind of learning how to do things as I go. So your energy we're talking about this week is the Ace of Pentacles and self-acceptance. So this is going to be a week about setting the intention of feeling enough and feeling secure, and the seed that you're planting here is that sense of security within yourself and feeling the self-acceptance and feeling what it's like to feel good enough at all times. I'm sorry, my cat's meowing. Give me a second. I got it. Hush. You're fed. Sorry. Okay, so I am using the John Bauer Tarot, and I've asked that even though this is a general reading, that there be something for everyone that comes across it at the time they come across it. But if you would like a private reading, I offer those through Etsy, and that's linked below. And I am still going to do a pick a card using, at the end, Affirmators. So if you want to go ahead and form a question in your mind, best a what or how question, not so much a when or yes, no, because this won't answer that. So go ahead and have that in mind. And at the end, I'll draw 3. 1, 2, and 3. So if you have your question in your mind and then which one you think will answer it, go ahead and set that intention. So anyways, your cards are the King of Wands. You have the Page of Swords. The 3 of Wands. And the 3 of Cups. And what I noticed about all these is that the people in all of these are journeying and facing this king. This is the goal. So this is what it is that you are trying to. This is self-acceptance. This is what you're trying to achieve. This is what all these sojourners are journeying towards, are facing, are questing for. And so it's that feeling, that part of yourself that you're wishing to develop and nurture and foster and mature and become fully, is the security to be a trailblazer, to the courage to always be in your integrity. And so these are your allies this week. The Page of Swords is going to be like the spirit and the energy with which you approach. See, he's kind of like they actually show up to me looking like that, where he's kind of talking to him and engaging and approaching and trying to, hey, you know, what can I learn from you? How can I teach, how can I grow into you? What can you teach me? Anyway, so it's going to be that. It is that kind of, what can you teach me? How can I learn? How can I, it's inquisitive and it's curious. It's able to admit what you don't know. A willingness to face that the further you go along on this journey, the more you're going to realize you don't know. So it's what you don't know actually grows the more you know. And so that takes a certain amount of bravery to face and to accept. And that involves a certain amount of trust in the universe that the King of Wands does have. And so the 3 of Wands, this reminds you to stay in the present, to enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey, keeping your eyes on the prize, but at the same time, don't miss out on your life while you approach it, because it's the journey itself that creates this energy. You can't bypass it. You can't do like in that movie where Adam Sandler had the remote control and fast through all the shitty parts. Without the journey, this can't even happen. It's the journey that actually builds it. And so there's no just setting the intention, falling asleep and doing like they do in like an Alien, the suspended animation where you go to sleep and then you arrive at your destination. You'll still be the journey itself is how it happens. And so there's no skipping out on it. It is what builds and stokes the fire in the king as it happens. And so anyway, the 3 of Cups, this is going to be talking about you aren't doing it alone. You have a team. Keep your peeps, keep your tribe within arm's reach at all time. Be willing to ask for help. It says that you are supported And also, Three of Cups is a celebratory card. This is going to be talking about partying with your friends, getting together, being nurtured and sharing in their energy. And so that's what I'm feeling like your task ends up being this week, is to celebrate the now. In celebrating the now and not focusing on so much where you're going, but feeling, grounding that enough feeling right here, right now. That it's not something, I know this seems counterintuitive to what I was just talking about the journey, but it is being able to do that every day that creates it. It is now, and it's now every single day from now. It's learning how to do that, learning how to stay in the present, learning how to feel enough right now that blossom, that creates that self-acceptance. I had it perfectly down in my mind how I wanted to say it, and then it just kind of escaped me there for a second. All right, so let's get your affirmators. All right, card 1. I'm trying to think if I could think of what it is I wanted to say with those. I just feel like that Three of Cups, that celebrating with your people and celebrating the moment, is tied in with that, with the journey itself, with that enjoying and stopping, not being as focused on the goal. It's not going to come back to me. Okay. Card 1. You have Sanctuary. Good for you. It seems you've earned some time away from the chaos of life. It could be as small as a bubble bath or as big as a trip. Or maybe it's a small trip to a big bubble bath or a normal-sized trip to a tiny bubble bath. Or maybe you tripped and fell into someone's bath. Whatever it is, it's waiting for you with open arms. Just pick your favorite sanctuary and unplug for a bit, especially if a bath is involved. So what more perfect way to enjoy the moment and to celebrate right here where you are. All right, card 2. Ultimate potential. I choose to live a life of my fullest potential. I trust that this will draw me towards experiences and people that support my growth and accomplishment. There you go, right there. Tuning into this frequency, I now reach higher heights than I ever thought possible. Knowing that's an option, why would I have ever tuned into anything else? I'm looking at you, Smooth Jazz and Talk Radio. All right, card 3. Self-love. I openly embrace a feeling of self-love, the PG kind. I love myself because I understand myself. I love myself as the most committed partner I will ever have. I show myself love any way that I can, and when I screw up, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself. If not, I'm going to make myself sleep on the couch. Got that, self? All right, Taurus, I'll talk to you in a week. Thank you.